The first time it happened, the entire street rejoiced. When Mama Aduragbemi had her second baby exactly 1 year after her first, people said it was a blessing. When the third child came, exactly 12 months after the second, they said she was extraordinarily fertile. But by the sixth child in 6 years, the community stopped clapping. People now stared at her womb like an abomination wrapped in Ankara. By the 12th year, Mama Aduragbemi had 12 children, one every year, same month, same week, almost the same day. Every child was beautiful, healthy, and strangely identical, as if carved from the same mold. Her breasts were heavy, her back was bent, and her face always carried the quiet exhaustion of a woman living under a heavy covenant. The neighbors called her Iya Meta-Meta, mother of many. But behind their smiles were whispers. Something is controlling her womb. This thing is not ordinary. This kind of fertility is not from God. Even her husband, Baba Aduragbemi, grew worried. His health had begun to fail mysteriously, strength leaking from him the same way babies kept leaking from his wife. But Mama Aduragbemi remained silent. Only her eyes told the truth, eyes filled with fear, eyes that remembered something she wished she had never done. The street in Akobo where they lived soon became divided. Some believed she was blessed, others believed she was cursed. Pastors argued, imams debated, and traditionalists whispered that she must have exchanged something precious for endless fruitfulness. Yet every year, just like clockwork, the labor pains arrived right on time. People didn't need calendars anymore. If Iya Meta-Meta is waddling, it means September has come. Even the children noticed the pattern. Why do we all look the same? Why do we all come at the same time? Mummy, why do people fear us? She only smiled weakly and said nothing, even as panic twisted inside her. One Harmattan morning, a new midwife arrived at the community clinic, a young, sharp-eyed woman named Tomilayo. When Mama Aduragbemi came for a checkup, pregnant again, Tomilayo studied her file and frowned. 12 pregnancies, 12 years, same month, same week, same complications, same day of labor. Not one miscarriage, not one delay, not one missed year. It was medically impossible. Tomilayo looked up. Ma, what exactly happened 13 years ago? What did you do before your first child? Mama Aduragbemi's hand trembled. She lied. Nothing. But her eyes betrayed her. Tomilayo began to investigate. Her search led her to Mama's elderly uncle, Pa Aladba, who lived close to Eleyele River. The moment she mentioned Mama Aduragbemi, the old man stiffened. His voice dropped to a frightened whisper. She should never have gone to that river. That night, she made a vow she cannot break. What vow? Tomilayo asked. The man pointed towards the river, his hands trembling. The spirit she begged for a child told her, "For every child I give you, you will give me something back." Your sister accepted, without asking what that something was. That evening, Tomilayo confronted Mama Aduragbemi privately. The woman broke. Tears poured down her face as she confessed the truth. 13 years ago, she had been barren for 7 years, desperate, mocked, and terrified of losing her marriage. In desperation, she visited a river priestess at Eleyele. The priestess promised that the river spirit would open her womb, but only if she agreed to a covenant. Blind with longing for a child, she accepted. The priestess warned, "Your womb will never close again. Every year you will bring forth a child, and every child you birth will take one thing from the man who planted them. At that time, she didn't understand. But when Baba Aduragbemi began to weaken year after year, she realized the horrifying truth. Each child stole a portion of her husband's life force. The children flourished, the father withered. The cycle would continue until either she died or her husband did. This was the secret she had carried for 12 long years.
This year felt different. Her pregnancy was heavier, her dreams were darker. Her husband was now bedridden, barely breathing. And on the night her labor began, the sky roared. Winds howled like spirits. Her 12 children woke up screaming. Tomilayo and 2 nurses rushed to the house. As contractions intensified, something terrifying happened. Mama Aduragbemi began to convulse, eyes rolling upward, voice splitting into 2 tones. A strange whisper filled the room. The 13th must not be born. The exchange is complete. As the voice echoed, Baba Aduragbemi gasped and collapsed on his bed. The covenant had come to collect its final payment. Tomilayo, trembling but determined, shouted over the chaos, "Break it, Ma! Reject the covenant!" Mama Aduragbemi screamed from deep inside her soul, "I reject you! I reject this covenant! Take me if you want, but spare my husband and my children!" The room shook violently. Her pregnancy deflated like a burst balloon. A sharp wind swept the room. She fainted. The baby vanished. The covenant broke. 3 days later she woke up. Her womb was empty. Her body felt strangely light. Her husband was alive, recovering miraculously. Her children were safe. But her hair had turned completely white. The spirit had taken something from her, the final payment. Her ability to give life was gone forever. But for the first time in 12 long years, she was free. The community learned a painful but powerful truth. Desperation can open doors that regret can never close. Shortcuts always carry hidden prices. Every covenant has a cost. Mama Aduragbemi dedicated her life to counseling struggling women. She taught them gently but firmly. If a blessing is truly yours, it will never require you to lose your soul. The spirit for the first time in 13 years, that her stomach no longer swelled with the weight of a promise she wished she had never made.